Guys, listen, I got to tell you, I'm absolutely stoked to be part of the Hall of Shame. I'm not down there with you. I'm right now, all things being well, I'll be in Shanghai producing a television show for Alibaba, and so I can't be there. And I'm really sorry that I can't be there. My liver, on the other hand, is going woohoo! About 5-6 years ago, there was a book that was on the New York Times bestseller list, and it was called Everything I Learned I Needed to Know in Life, I Learned in Kindergarten. Well, I feel exactly the same way about my period when I was 17 as a copy boy in the Daily Telegraph, the corner of Park and Castlereagh Streets in Sydney. Number one, do as you're told. This was Peter Harvey, who was a fourth-year cadet. He had his shorthand at 120 words a minute, and as his copy boy, he treated me like an absolute serf. And I had to go to the canteen and get him, Billy, get me 2 sausage sandwiches with sauce. Don't forget the fucking sauce, and 3 sugars in the coffee. And woe betide you if the sauce wasn't dripping out the sides and there'd been 3 sugars in the coffee. So do as you're told. Number 2, which is there's always another way. Now you remember in those days that off-track betting was banned. It's known as starting price bookmaking. It was highly illegal, and the Daily Telegraph would thunder against the evils of the starting price bookmaker. So on a Sunday morning, I was called in from the copy boy's desk and given a large envelope and told to go down Castlereagh Street till I found a Greek restaurant. There's a doorway next to it, go up 4 flights of stairs and give the man the envelope. So I found the Greek restaurant, I've gone up the stairs, and I've walked into what was obviously, yes, a starting price booking. And what was funny, not only was the fact that everyone was lined up putting the bets on, there was a mate of mine, a young police cadet who I got to know down in Central Court, and he was putting the bets on for the Crown Sergeants down at Central Police Station as I was putting the bets on for Sir Frank and David McNichol. So there's always another way. Number 3, and this involved the lovely and talented Ita Buttrose. Ita Buttrose was in Social, and she was spectacular. Now, my great mate when I was a copy boy was Doug Parkinson, who went on to become one of the great singers in Australia. And you'd hear the click of Ita's high heels. And so what we'd do, and Doug started, I didn't start this, was hurling paper clips, and she, of course, would ignore us. But the third thing was, when there's an opportunity, seize it. So the 3 things I learned was do as you're told, there's always another way, when there's an opportunity, seize it.